All right, so for you guys that have done the workout already and you've been through the double unders and the snatches, you know that the snatches were fairly light. So two things were happening. A, you weren't really focusing on getting a power snatch into stand. It was more like a muscle snatch where you would just pull the bar overhead and get into that full hip extension at the top and not really having to worry about getting under the bar because you can afford it. I was almost thinking about it as a heavy kettlebell swing because our setup wasn't super strong. It was just tap and go, tap and go. This is CrossFit, so it's a little bit different. It's not Olympic lifting. It's, hey, can you get the weight from the ground to overhead in the most efficient fashion possible? So that being said, getting overhead, we had two options. As you burned out, we would see some people cleaning and jerking because they had to get that bar overhead. And that totally counts. That's why we do our little backward roll to push-up position, backward roll to handstand push-up, which is back extension roll, okay? If you want to find something that translates a little bit better into that more one-piece straight arm pass-through, which most likely you did not see the bar coming very close to your body yesterday. You were actually allowing the bar to come a little further out. It's not as efficient, but you could handle it because of the weight. What we do in gymnastics is we actually do a thing called a back extension roll, but with our arm, instead of bent, straight. And this straight arm, what it does, it gives us a handstand position faster and more efficient. It looks like this. Where I'm hitting the ground with my arm straight and I'm getting a big block where I'm smacking the ground, getting a big block, floating a little bit, and catching in the handstand. If you watch my hands just from there, as I go into it, you'll see that I hit in an internally rotated shoulder position, which is the same thing we're seeing in our pull. That's internal rotation in that shoulder. And when I finish, I pop, externally rotate, and meet in my handstand. It's the same thing here. Internal rotation in the shoulder, catch, external rotation. Internal rotation, catch, external rotation. So that's something to think about. Back extension roll, you can see it scaled by just going to a push-up, same thing. All we're doing is putting a little emphasis on what that shoulder position looks like. Do I feel strong in internal rotation with my shoulder blade back and down? And can I follow through with external rotation to get a sick overhead position?